It goes without saying that it's been a chaotic year. We didn't know what the season would look like, but we did know it was important for us to have a first season. There was no roadmap to follow, but equipped with our first experience, we created our own. We adapted when we could and invented when we had to, because we knew if we didn't, we'd lose a whole class of future leaders.
Part of our team success, our progression of programs, and retention of teams comes from FRC4 students passing on their enthusiasm and knowledge to the younger teams. We knew teams were struggling to figure out how to meet remotely. So, in July, I taught remote programming classes for our FLL teams and showed them how to collaborate and work together safely. The team members logged on from their own home and uploaded their code that I downloaded and then ran on the robot at my house. Seeing their own code running on the robot provided the students an interactive experience in a virtual world.
It's almost hard now to remember what it was like just last year. People were scared. There was so much we didn't know about the virus, and it was almost impossible to find PPE. We heard from our neighbors and friends reaching out and desperate. I need a shield I can wear for 14 hours in the ER. My husband is a police officer, or my daughter's an EMT, and we always heard they have no PPE. So we sent face shields across the country to loved ones on the front lines. Food insecurity has also become a huge issue this year. When we learned that Forgotten Harvest volunteers were not distributing food due to lack of PPE, we provided 200 face shields, helping not only the volunteers, but also those waiting for the distribution.
We love sharing weekly STEM activities with the students at our district summertime lunch program. This year, with food insecurity growing within our own community, we saw a bigger need. So we pivoted to packing hundreds of lunches for delivery and created a series of STEM at home kits to hand out with the lunches. We made everything from catapults to mechanical hands. The director thanked us and said the Friday deliveries were a big hit with the kids.
A couple years ago, our team was challenged to teach other teams how we do what we do. We've taken that advice to heart and always look for ways to include other teams. We didn't just create a robot simulator so our programmers could continue without the robot. We open sourced it and gave demonstrations during 24 hours of STEM to share with other teams. Instead of just adding robotics for our school's unified sports program, we created a league with Special Olympics and invited other FRC teams to join. Just this month, we shared with another FRC team our tips for going strong progression of programs.
Inclusion, diversity, and equity are more than just buzzwords. To us, they're a call to action. Our ongoing outreach in Detroit has been dedicated to taking these words and making them reality. And it's working. In a year when so much has come to a stop, in the words of Kevin Feit, the director of STEM education for Detroit Public Schools, FIRST Robotics continues to grow. If you ask us what's new in Detroit Robotics this year, it's that we're working directly within the district, and FIRST Robotics is now an official K-8 extracurricular. Getting here, though, has not been a quick or easy process. In a district where there's a history of programs that are here today, gone tomorrow, it's taken our team years to earn the trust that we will be around for more than one season, let alone more than one workshop.
Prior to our involvement in Detroit, there was no first progression of programs. Teams operated independently with few connections to each other. Using our own successful Nova Robotics community as an example, we worked with Detroit schools, public and charter, to create new teams for the younger FIRST students. The number of K-8 teams has nearly tripled since it began. Detroit students now have a STEM pipeline in place where they can progress from one program to the next. But the other critical piece that needed to be in place in order for these teams to sustain was mentorship.
We began by providing mentorship from our team, but it was also key to develop and deliver the resources around mentorship. Since 2018, we've written curriculum for and hosted workshops. We've ran FCC kickoff events at Detroit locations so that teams can hit the ground running, and we've been the help desk so that teams can reach out anytime to get their questions answered. Last season, when two of the FTC teams I mentored competed and did well at states, it inspired the whole community. Suddenly, every team had to have mechanical wheels and a great auton.
In the fall of 2019, we started the Motor City Alliance as a way to scale support and add partners to our mission, like FRC Team 5577 Kinematic Wolf from Detroit. We also have brought sponsors to the table, such as Quicken Loans, DTE Energy, and FCA Foundation to fuel the mission. This partnership now includes teams from both inside and outside of Detroit, as well as across all program levels. This year at kickoff, one of the Detroit FTC coaches led the Rookie Coach Workshop, sharing his own experiences as a new coach. It was even more meaningful for the other coaches to hear from a coach in their own district.
This year, under our leadership, Motor City Alliance is not only growing the resources we started, like connecting coaches to training and running team workshops, we are adding new resources, like manning a help desk, hosting weekly coach calls, maintaining a virtual library of resources, housing a robot shop, and running events like the Detroit FTC Remote Qualifier.
There's a quote that says, "You are what you celebrate." In a society that promotes sports and pop culture as the path to improvement, after several years of hard work, we now see Detroit Public Schools celebrating and promoting first at all levels. When several of the Detroit teams advanced to states, there was the same level of excitement as there would be for a sports team. One team was featured on CBS News and recognized by their school board. This success and awareness is now opening all kinds of doors throughout the district, leading to additional practice space, equipment, and training for all of the DPS teams.
First Australia has started many of the FIRST programs in China. 16 months ago, they asked us to travel to a rural, low-income province to start an FTC program. Why ask a team all the way from Michigan? The president of First Australia, Loan Heimlich, said it was because of our proven successes in Detroit, and we've seen the impact through one of the students who participated in the new FTC program. Although he came from a farming family and had poor English skills, he was eager to learn and had amazing hands-on skills. After doing FTC and getting to know our teammates, he decided to apply and was accepted to Macquarie University in Sydney, the first in his family to attend college. He's also now paying it forward by actively mentoring the FLL team at his school. Mrs. Heimlich said 503 not only changed his future, but also the future of his entire community.
In the end, we've had a great season. We found more innovative and impactful ways to connect with our community. We found a way to inspire even more students. We found a way to support our teams in Novi, Detroit, and China. We found a way to be first game changers.